showing up the vampire team already.
Blade versus Buffy.
The Daywalker versus the Vampire Slayer.
He's Wiz and I'm
The
Boomstick.
Daywalker?
And it's our job to analyze their
I didn't
weapons,
expect
armor,
Blade
and
to get
skills to
that
find out
title.
who would
Say
win
the half
a
human,
death
half
battle.
vampire slayer.
They are known by many names: Revenant, Vortalok, Nosferatu.
Vampires. When the moon is out and the night is young, these undead demons are out for blood.
Fitting then that the greatest foe of those who stalk the night is the one who can walk the day, Blade.
Is that really his costume?
Hang on.
Now
There,
there's a
that's
man
that's
who
the
doesn't
better
file
one.
his taxes. Blade is one of the coolest superheroes ever and basically kickstarted the comic book movie craze.
And yet, he is also seemingly the only one who knows or cares that in the world of Marvel, vampires exist. Seriously,
So he's a
nobody
vampire
talks
slayer,
about
but he
this.
doesn't
Blade
believe
doesn't need
vampires
anyone's
exist.
help. He'll just aura farm by himself.
Even Blade's birth was hardcore. Just as the young Eric Brooks's mother was in labor, her attending doctor turned out to be the vampire Deacon Frost.
And he drank her blood right before she gave birth.
This infused Eric with Frost's vampiric blood, turning him half human, half vampire. A Dampier.
Giving him a ton of vampy powers, but none of their weaknesses like garlic, holy water, or sunlight.
Eric would hone these abilities under the tutelage of vampire hunter Jamal
that's
Afari, sharpening him into a blade
the
that would
Daywalker.
reap
He's
the
just
vampire
not-
plague for good.
Blade is strong and fast enough to toss around 1,000-pound demons and cut bullets out of the air. He can keep up with Wolverine, who can deflect Cyclops' light-speed optic blasts. And his Kevlar DuPont armor helped him take the top of Count Von Stott's castle exploding.
He can heal small wounds immediately and sniff out the supernatural with his hypersenses. Also, his fangs can drain his victims of magical energies.
After studying the ways of Hong Kong Kung Fu movies, Blade became a master martial artist. Ah yes, the Rufus from Street Fighter School of Kung Fu.
While the only martial art he's been stated to know is Krav Maga, we know he's mastered more. So for the full scope of his martial arts ability, we'll examine the Blade movies as performed by Wesley Snipes.
By looking at Snipes' training and choreography, we know Blade uses Kung Fu, Capoeira, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Eskrima, Kickboxing, Shotokan Karate, and Hapkido. Add on
That's
Blade's
seven.
knack for stealthy
That's seven
takedowns, and I
types of-
guess you could call him Marvel's Batman.
Blade's
no.
training progressed smoothly until Afari was attacked and had his blood drained by Dracula. Seriously,
Dracula?
Avengers, Dracula is real. Why aren't you doing anything about this? He's right there!
Forced to murk his surrogate
Supposed to
dad,
be
Blade
me.
would have
He's
to wage
literally
his
right
war alone.
there.
Nursing a wound within him that would never heal. A hole that could never be filled.
Not with that attitude. Blade took a page out of the Book of Boomstick and tried filling that hole with every kind of weapon imaginable. He's got so many, they're his apartment decorations.
Handguns, assault rifles, and explosives make up the brunt of his firepower. And he enjoys getting up close and personal with his dual acid-etched titanium katanas.
Speaking of glorious Nippon steel, he's got a sword made out of adamantium.
Specifically, secondary adamantium. A variant of the metal that is mass producible.
It might not be quite as strong as Cap's shield, but it can cut right through heavy hitters like Ultron and the Hulk.
Naturally, Blade has even more swords. His Atlantean ones can slice through magical enchantments. The Word Sword can harm intangible demons, and the Justiciar can slay fallen angels.
Yeah, he's got
Yeah,
some
I
weird
don't
stuff he
think
can pull
any
out
of
of his
those
ass,
swords can
like a
probably
Hellfire
do
shotgun that
vampire
burns your soul, or hypodermic needles filled with vampire blood. Seems kinda dumb to turn people into vampires, but it does make them more vulnerable to Blade's arsenal.
All that pales in comparison to the arch weapon of hell in Blade's possession, the breathing gun. It is a living firearm that hisses in the presence of demonic forces. Its sentient bullets chase its victims down. The wounds they cause cannot be healed. And if they get lodged in your body, they'll slowly devour you from the inside out. They can even hurt Hell Lords and even greater threats like the Cosmic Ghost Rider.
Blade took everything he had and fought his one-man war for almost 100 years.
He's battled hordes of vampires while skydiving,
I think I
infiltrated the
lost that.
Pentagon, and even took on Spider-Man like Miles Morales, who could absorb the energy of a bomb that could destroy Harlem. Blades even bested the spirit of vengeance, Zarathos.
And while he occasionally allied with teams like the Avengers, he prefers to work alone.
I probably would too if they only cared about me when I was helping them and not ridding the world of, vampires.
That, and Blade is scared of what he might do if he loses control, because he does have one classic vampire weakness, a thirst for blood.
Oh yeah, I think I remember
Even more so
the
after he
prediction
had
saying,
a
like,
daughter, Brielle, whom he avoided for fear of endangering
Like,
her. If
Blade
his
needs
bloodlust
fresh
does
blood to
overwhelm
keep
him,
living.
he will enter a berserker rage, skyrocketing his strength at the cost of his sanity.
Though it does make him even better at killing vamps. He's made a cottage industry out of whooping Dracula's ass.
Dracula is unsurprisingly powerful, capable of summoning a thunderstorm that covered all of Boston with a wave of his hand.
Drac apparently didn't hold a grudge though, since he eventually made Blade the sheriff of Vampirsk, a vampire nation in the ruins of Chernobyl.
Amazingly, Dracula has even given Blade some of his own blood, which allows him to shapeshift into multiple forms, like a wolf, a horde of bats, or a cloud of mist.
So he can
I've heard about
force
the
his
mist.
way inside your body and blow you up from the inside out, Ant-Man style.
What is with you with the Ant-Man? Blade's hatred
What
of
in
vampires is
Ant-Man
only matched
did
by his
I just
hatred
hear?
of himself. However, when Brielle showed signs of vampiric powers, Blade finally found a reason to reconnect with his daughter, training her the same way Afari trained him a century prior.
Even after Blade was possessed by the first vampire ever and tried to take over the planet, Brielle put her dad's teachings to the test, saving both him and the world.
And proving that Blade's lonely war need not be so lonely anymore. With his daughter at his side, and also this plant creature pet called Boy Thing, let Marvel's vampires beware. For should they indulge their unnatural urges, they will be sure to meet their end at the tip of his blade.
That's a cool one. Alright, let's see Buffy.
Today's battle is sponsored by
We don't
Prize
care about
Picks.
Prize
You know what's
Picks.
awesome? Being right, especially when your co-host is always wrong.
Funny, but on Prize Picks, being right can get you paid. Don't miss the excitement of football season on Prize Picks, where it's good to be right. Like I always am.
You're just boasting because Prize Picks makes it easy to play. All you gotta do is pick more or less on at least 2 players' stats. If you get your picks right, you can cash in. That's it.
Prize Picks is the only app that offers stacks, so you can pick the same player up to 3 times in the same lineup. I'm picking more on Josh Allen's pass yards, rush yards, and touchdowns. I guess I'm just a positive thinker like that.
Well, I'm positive that you totally copied me, because I'm picking the same. You followed me on the app and saw my feed tab, didn't you?
That's right, and you can too. Download the Prize Picks app today and use code
Yeah,
DEATH to
I
get
am not
$50 in
a
lineups
person
after you
on
play your
sports.
first $5 lineup.
That's code DEATH to get $50 in lineups
I
after
don't
your
wanna
first
do that.
$5 lineup.
Prize Picks. It's good to be right.
Please, I don't lose this. Buffy, I have great
In
faith
every
in you.
generation, there is a chosen one. She alone will stand against the vampires, the demons, and the forces of darkness.
saw those
She
girls.
is the Slayer.
For thousands of years, a new Slayer would be granted incredible powers and was destined to die young in battle against evil, passing their powers on to the next Slayer, and the next, and so on. That is, until the newest Slayer would change everything. Buffy Ann Summers.
Not exactly the first girl you'd think is the savior of humanity.
Just
Buffy's only goals in life were, in her own words, graduate from high school, go to Europe, marry Christian Slater, and die.
But that would all
That's
change
it.
when the Watcher
That's her
Merrick
goal.
appeared and revealed her destiny.
Like, total bummer.
Merrick trained Buffy in the arts of vampire slaying, and she became so efficient that she burned down her school.
Oh my.
Forcing her and her mom to move to Sunnydale, California to start a new life, far away from any more bloodsuckers and bad makeup.
Unfortunately, small problem, Sunnydale just so happened to be right on top of a hellmouth, where the boundary between Earth and Hell is permeable.
Yeah, that
Oh,
sounds
I
like the
think I
valley,
know
alright.
California.
Along with new Watcher Giles, Wallflower Willow, part-time bad boy, part-time sad boy Angel, magical retcon sister Dawn, and Xander.
Die.
Buffy and her Scooby gang would battle a never-ending series of monsters.
And we mean truly never ending. Sure, there's the TV show, but Buffy has also been slaying vampires across video games, comics,
That is
and
very
128 novels.
Oh
Tens of
my
thousands of pages of
God.
Buffy lore you've never heard of.
Sweet,
But we're just
merciful
crazy
crap.
enough to speed read them all.
Buffy carries a variety of anti-vampire weaponry. There's wooden stakes, of course,
Yeah.
sometimes dipped in gorgon venom that can turn you to stone. Though she's also also experienced with axes, swords, quarterstaffs, holy water, just about anything.
You said it!
think
When she
they're-
fought an ancient demon
Blade's
unable to be
immune to
killed
them,
by
right?
any weapon forged in his time, Buffy introduced his stupid ass to the
Oh, yeah, the
20th
rocket
century.
launcher.
She's also a master of Aikido, Judo, Jiu-Jitsu, boxing, kickboxing, wrestling, karate, kung fu, wushu, tai chi, kendo, capoeira, and taekwondo.
Buffy apparently
13
thinks Hong Kong's kung fu
styles.
movie masters could learn a thing or
Okay.
two.
No kidding. Thanks to her Slayer senses, her reflexes are
Wait, so
fine-tuned
you
enough
say
to
she has a
dodge
spider
close-range
sense?
Gatling gun fire, lightning bolts from the sky, and even beams of light. She's kept up with another Slayer, Faith, who can dodge laser beams from point-blank range.
Buffy's
Oh,
strong
wow.
enough to bend rebar, punch this
I'm
4.5-ton
not strong
bat monster into the air, and smash hard enough to
What?
tear apart a building.
And despite her lack of armor,
What?
she can survive massive explosions, like the one that destroyed Cephrilion's lair that's bigger on the inside.
She can even fight blindfolded, but if
I
she
think
is
if you can
injured,
win
she
during
heals
those
fast enough to be totally fine by the next episode.
One time, Angel sucked out almost all of the blood from her body, and she survived. Doubly impressive since Angel's blood draining also drains
Alex-
magical energy.
Yeah, Buffy's own magic makes her weirdly resilient to esoteric
Accelerated.
attacks,
Oh my
like when
goodness, I
she
can't talk.
expelled this misty shadow demon trying to possess her body, or when she resisted her soul being ripped apart and scattered across time.
Or that time she jumped into a
Blade has
vat of
anything
boiling
that-
liquid
that
so hot it could
uses
reduce
soul.
people to skeletons, and she was just fine.
She might not show physical scars, but she sure has emotional ones. Being the Slayer put a huge burden on Buffy's life.
Unable to live normally,
Yeah.
she felt isolated, forced to internalize the trauma she faced on a daily basis. Sure, she had friends, but they couldn't understand her unique struggle.
Like when Angel turned evil after he took her virginity and tried to destroy the world.
What
That must be
the-
one of those metaphors.
Sometimes the worst enemies are the ones you can't fight and who don't fight back.
Made even worse by her having all the memories of the other Slayers bouncing around in her head, dating back to the Stone Age.
Buffy has dreamt of every battle a Slayer has ever fought, and can call upon those skills in a fight, even subconsciously.
But this includes the memories of their deaths.
That could be
Countless
useful.
women violently dying young, a reminder of her inevitable fate.
A fate that came to pass when she fought the Hell God Glory. After leaping into Glory's reality-ending interdimensional hole,
A glory hole, if you will.
Buffy sacrificed herself to save the universe, dying a hero's death.
Oh, cool.
Appears my glory
What's
hole
next?
joke was poorly
What's next? She's
timed.
gonna be
Finally
revived.
freed of her unfair earthly responsibilities, Buffy's soul ascended to heaven in perfect bliss. Until her friends brought her back to life in the agony of existence!
Yep. Called
This absolutely crushed Buffy, and ironically, annihilated her will to live.
Oh, that's rough, Buffy. But with the show renewed for more seasons, she had to nut up and continue her endless crusade against all things Spirit Halloween.
Buffy's battled for 48 hours straight, defeated vampires immune to
wow.
traditional vampiric weaknesses, and destroyed the Sword of Sano, which caused the Great Hanshin earthquake.
And of course, both Buffy and her friends have defeated countless immensely powerful demons.
Like the Queller Demon, which arrived as a meteor and caused the Tunguska explosion, which destroyed over 2,000 square kilometers of forest. Or the Sorrow Demon, which caused
Oh
a
my
storm
God.
that blanketed Los Angeles.
She's also a match for Angel, who survived a blast that could rupture a continental shelf, and took hits from Whistler, whose magic contained a bomb that could vaporize London.
She even faced
Oh,
off
wow.
against the First Evil, literally the embodiment of all evil that predates reality itself.
Forced into battles against stronger and stronger baddies, Buffy clearly needed something to even the odds. The, Slayer safe!
It's actually a Bardiche.
Yeah, whatever. I'm just gonna say it. This thing is bullshit.
Containing the essence of Buffy's Slayer powers and created to defeat ancient demons, the scythe can deflect magical projectiles and slice through just about anything. Ghosts, magic, even space itself, destabilizing reality in the process.
Even Silas, the devourer of worlds. Kinda like Galactus, but instead of chomping on planets, he eats the multiverse. And there goes his head.
The scythe is easily the most powerful tool in her arsenal. In effect, attaining it completed Buffy, as though it were a piece of her she never knew was missing. With
I
the
don't know if
scythe,
Blade
Buffy
has
was
anything that
finally
could deal with
whole.
that.
being the
Maybe
Slayer was
breathing
no
gun.
longer a burden, but a purpose.
And by sharing her Slayer powers with thousands of girls around the world, they all teamed up and kicked the first evil's ass.
Suddenly, the always isolated Buffy had thousands of shoulders to lean on, a sisterhood of Slayers.
And thousands more reasons for any wannabe
Sister.
demon conqueror to stay away from Earth. Because unless you want to get your blood all over her stylish yet affordable boots, you'll steer clear of Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Nice.
Hey, as you know, it's Skeletober.
You mean October?
No, stupid, it's the Skeletober Skelebration.
I don't get it.
Come on, don't you watch Death Battle Cast? And for the first time
Oh,
ever,
go on.
we've got Skeletober merch on the Death Battle store.
Wait, isn't that just Skeletor?
Skeletober? Yeah, look at that hat. Oh, I'm putting those stickers on everything.
Skeletor.
Wait, is that a pillow? We sell pillows now? Hell yeah, I'll take
wow.
7.
You can find all that and more, including our limited
I
death
love the
mats that are
absolute
selling pretty
cinema.
quick,
And
at
the Peak Fiction.
www.deathbattle.gg. That's
I like the
www.deathbattle.gg.
Happy
I wish I had
Skeletober.
money. I mean, my own money.
All right, the combatants
All right,
are
Buffy,
set.
don't
We've
lose
run
this.
the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a live action death battle!
Okay. All right, Buffy, you got this. I'm guessing that's Buffy there. No, that's just a random waiver. The heck is she? Oh, there she is. Seems a bit quiet. What kind of party is this? Like there's a girl being taken out. Who the heck are these people?
We were
This blade?
kings long before they had a name for kings. But now, starved, hunted,
Oh,
forgotten. You
Yeah,
have
blade.
waited long enough. Tonight, we remember.
oh, that's what they
all
bring
you
the girl
were.
for.
Tonight, we take back what was always ours.
Let me guess, he's gonna kill the man.
Tonight,
Blade's gonna kill the man, then kill the vampires.
we
But Buffy's gonna interrupt, and then they're gonna start the battle.
Daywalker.
and she. That's just the start.
Fuck. Oh, he's the shotgun. Oh my god. Wait, all these people there? Oh my goodness, he's killing all the people. Wait, hold on, he's gonna yell at all the vampires. Is it the y'all? I see why he's doing it. Wait, Buffy had it on crossbow. Oh, that's awesome. Okay. Oh, yeah. That was awesome. Oh! That's cool. Kill. There's Buffy. Oh. You know, they should be good friends. I would think Blade and Buffy would be good friends. Oh. Oh, even the DJ was a vampire. Oh, she's been bitten. No, not the breathing gun. Why use it on her? I know she's bitten.
Wait!
Oh. That's cold. Oh, this is where the fight starts.
She was just a kid!
Not anymore.
I guess I was expecting Blade to have a lower voice. Dude, why didn't you? You know he can parry those. Oh wait, yeah, use your clothes. We got the sword. Why is Buffy moving on the ground instead of Blade? He's great moving. Oh, there's the end. Oh, wow. This is getting interesting. Oh, that knife spin was awesome. Wait, is that a stake she's holding, or is that some...
You out your damn mind?
And there's the vampire thief. Whoa, whoa! Come on. Can I get the stab? Oh no! Come on! No, no! Stop! Buffy! I betted so much on you. Oh no! Oh shoot! What is that on the toilet? Tentacle? Where'd you go? Come on, push back, come on. Please, don't do it. If she dies like this is horrible. Oh, God. No worries, you can shrug off this. What? You press the regeneration, she can shrug this off. See? Look at that. She pushed back.
Amateur hour.
So was some motherfucker trying to ice skate uphill.
Okay, to be honest, I can't hear much of the audio, so I'm not certain if his voice is actually low, but I don't hear it. Oh wow, Buffy's actually doing pretty good. Oh! That was good. Yes, more? What's next? The Slayer side? Yeah, the Slayer. Yep, the brick. Oh no. Wait, Toby! Oh no. The breathing gun's gone, but the thing is, it's gonna slowly decay her. She's gonna have to end this quick before she dies. And she can't regenerate it because of the healing.
Another sword!
I see you cut through adamantium.
Bring it on.
Oh my goodness, she's still persevering. Come on. Do this to me. Come on. Come on, Buffy. I have faith in you. Remember all those... Oh no. No. Stop. No. Don't die like this. Don't die like this. Please don't die like that. No, don't close the eyes. Don't accept death. Slay power. Let's do this. Please, come on. Yes. Did you do it? Last slice. Did he win? Let's go! Yes! Oh, let's go! Oh, Marvel is losing horribly. Yes, take the shades.
You got it.
Take the shades. Yeah.
Have yourself.
Oh, that's cool.
KO! To be Blade tenured no longer. I'm surprised. I figured with Blade's many years of comic book history,
A
he'd have the
year
edge.
worth of
Believe it or
comics.
not, Buffy is actually in more comics
Oh,
than Blade.
whoa.
Really? Man, Blade can't catch a break.
Let's break this down into 4 categories. First up, stats. Buffy's lifted much heavier things and survived more significant explosions.
Like, sure, Blade's strong and all, but he isn't literally fucking buildings apart like Buffy.
Scaling to the monsters they fought, compare Dracula creating a storm that covered Boston to the Sorrow Demon creating a storm that covered Los Angeles. A city over 5 times
Yeah, that's a
larger.
bit way
you
more.
might be able to compare Blade to Spider-Man like Miles, who absorbed a bomb
Like
that could blow up
15
Harlem,
megatons
but
of
that's
TNT.
significantly weaker than Whistler containing a blast that could wipe
Oh.
out London. They could both dodge light beams, but that doesn't keep Buffy from taking the overall edge
Buffy
in
takes
stats.
strength.
Blade's
but
used to being
they're
the
trying
odd
to
man
speed,
out,
I
though,
think.
so his versatility is just as important.
With
Yeah, I
Blade's
think
numerous
Blade takes
powers and
versatility,
massive
right?
arsenal, he certainly could have overwhelmed the more straightforward Buffy.
Machine guns and magic swords are generally gonna beat out crossbows and morning stars. Not to mention, he actually wears armor.
Also, Blade's faster healing factor and immunity to traditional vampire weaknesses kept Buffy on the back foot for a time. Blade
Yeah,
wins
versatility goes to Blade.
But when it comes to skill, Buffy's got
Yeah,
plenty of
Buffy's
experience
trained,
fighting
I
armed
think, way
opponents
more
barehanded.
Spidey
Both of them
styles.
were masters of a similar number of martial arts.
And Blade has been kicking vampire ass for a century, way longer than Buffy's even been
Oh, no,
alive.
Blade-
While Blade may have more personal experience, Buffy's ability to draw on Slayer battles dating back
Yeah,
to the
it-
Stone
it
Age, at
extends
least 40
onto
times
their-
older than Blade, gives
it-
her the
so,
superior
yeah, that
skill.
that gives her
Even
skill,
then,
yeah.
they both had weapons and abilities so powerful they could end the fight
Like the breathing
instantly,
gun and Slayer
regardless of
scythe.
all else.
They're trump cards. Fortunately for Buffy, she actually countered almost all of what Blade could throw at her.
Really?
Withstanding Blade draining her energy with his bite?
Oh yeah, she
Check.
can't be affected
Resisting
by
the
it.
Hellfire shotgun destroying her soul. Check.
Oh yeah,
Preventing
she
Blade
can't even get her
turning to
soul
mist and
destroyed.
exploding her from the inside out? Check.
Meanwhile,
Yeah.
Blade had no way to survive, say, Buffy's Gorgon venom turning
Yeah,
into
turning her
stone.
into
And
stone.
even with the deadly and just plain gross breathing gun, Blade did not have anything as potent as the Slayer sight. It
Yeah.
could easily deflect the breathing gun's bullets back at him, or use its space-cutting ability to slice through his unbreakable adamantium sword.
Don't believe us? Even Wolverine's adamantium skeleton was cut in half when a portal closed on top of him. That's
Holy
the same
cow.
kind of thing.
And Wolverine's beta adamantium skeleton is a much tougher version of the same metal.
Oh, and since the Scythe could kill Silas, a multiverse devouring god, I
Yep.
think it could take down Blade with a big enough swing.
Giving Buffy the final advantage
Let's
over the Daywalker.
go.
Really thought Blade had a chance, but Buffy sure put a damn fear on things.
The winner is Buffy the
Okay,
Vampire
I'm actually
Slayer.
curious what's next.
Next time on Death Battle.
Are we getting what is this? Wait, I saw it. Was that Dante?
Subscribe and join as a member to
Oh,
see more
Dante.
Death Battle. Thanks for
We got
watching.
another Dante.